Hey guys, so a lot of people from home and people who aren't music students ask me all the time, what is it that you do as a music student from day to day? Practice all day? Do you have like a lot of music classes, or is it just gen ed and a few rehearsals now and then? So I thought that I would take you through some of the stuff that I've been learning, just to give you an idea of what I have to do every day. This is what I learned today in about an hour in class. Not this semester. This is not this semester or even this week. This is today. So yeah, let's dive right in. So for context, I've been learning about mode mixture, which essentially means that you can take any note on the scale and change it from what it's supposed to be in the major mode to the minor mode. But composers wanted to take it even a step further, and therefore we now have things such as flat 6, which sounds something like this. But then comes today's lesson, where we learn about what is not just a flattened sixth, it's an augmented sixth. Essentially, composers thought that throwing an A flat chord into C major wasn't cool enough, so they said, hey, let's spice things up a little bit. A flat and C major was too boring, so they said, hey, let's take the E flat in that and bump it up to an F. And they realized, oh no, that's the exact same as taking a minor 4 in a major key and inverting it, which is also allowed for some reason. They said, let's just do the exact same thing again, bump it up one more note. The unfortunate thing is that this now sounds like a 7th chord. But it is not a 7th chord, because if it is a 7th chord, it wants to lead from here to here. So our sweet, wonderful composers said, those two notes are only a half step away from the dominant. But Joel, 7th chords can't resolve out, they have to resolve in. You fool. This is not a 7th chord. This is a 7th chord, but this is not a 7th chord. You see, a 7th chord would be spelled A flat, C, G flat, but this is not spelled A flat, C, G flat. This is spelled A flat, C, F sharp. So this is not a 7th chord. This is an augmented sixth. So because every chord needs a rule on how to resolve, they decided that instead of coming in like the 7th, it would go out to the dominant. Thus, we have the augmented sixth chord. But wait, there's more. They decided to start adding notes to their creation, going from this to this to this. And then they said, we need to name all of those. Can't you just call them non-chord tones? Shut up, Bach. They finally decided to call this one Italian, this one French, and this one German. You would think there would be a reason that they would name each of those after a different country. There is literally no reason. Maybe this one sounded like pizza, and this one sounded like a Parisian taxi cab, and this one sounded like a 7th chord, because it is a 7th chord! Nobody knows. All we know is that at one point we did not have augmented sixths, and now we have augmented sixths. But in the end, this is why we study theory, because we might be the next people to find a new chord. Even if finding a new chord just means taking an existing chord and making it resolve differently. That's all I got for you today. Hope you enjoyed and that you know a little bit more of what it's like to be a music major now, and I will see you in the next video.